Hello, welcome to the Bird Real Estate Podcast Show. Uh, to the new viewers, I am your host, Bruce Bird Jr., also known as Boss Man Bruce. As you know, or if you don't know, our mission is on this platform is to not just educate, but to motivate those to take the leap of faith that they need to get to that God gift that everybody has inside of them. So, with the people that I'll be interviewing on this platform, it's to get you closer to your calling, get you closer to whatever you want to do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a barber, or as a stylist, anything you want to do. You know, though it says real estate, but it's more than real estate. And today on this special episode, I have somebody personally that I personally know, and because I wanted to give the viewers options. You know, I know everybody love real estate, but it's other options too. So I wanted to give you something special, something special. So this person I got here, a special person to me, like a brother to me. Been knowing him for years. He's a co-owner of Speedway Eatery food truck. He's an investor. He's a business owner. He's a producer slash engineer. You know, I'm happy to have him on my platform today. His name is Darius Bass. Can you guys help me to applaud him for coming to the platform to drop gems? He's a young guy. He gets fire. Just to hear his story. So, Darius, I appreciate you coming on the platform. How are you doing today?
Right on, right on. I hear the applause is right now. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. Business is going good. I'm just glad to be on your platform, Bruce. Like you said, we've known each other for many years now. I actually met you serving you at at a job location on my food truck.
Yes.
And from that day forward, we locked in, man. And now look at us. You doing your businesses in real estate. You got a cleaning business now. It's just as time transpired, as we continue to pour into each other and have these circles of influence of men that's doing things, you look up, got a business started, another idea is producing fruit. So I'm just glad to be on your platform, man, to talk to the people and just give people some encouragement and some wisdom, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for the viewers. So we very acquainted. You know, I want the viewers to know, who is Darius Bass? Who is he?
Man, Darius Bass is a young man that's been brought up, came from a background of older parents. So I'm instilled with different morals and principles that men today need, especially now. You know, I'm just someone that got a heart for God. I'm after God, man. I'm 25. Um, I'm a business owner, like you say, an investor, and we can dive in deep into more of those as the conversations go on. But I'm just somebody with a big aspiration, man, to break generational curses in my family, create wealth through multiple vehicles and streams of income. And I'm just a man that you want to do business with. I'm a person that's that's got a good face card, got goodwill, got good reputation, and I pride on that. You know, you really have to be a person of good character and a good rapport to have longevity in different arenas. And so I'm learning and I'm understanding as I go, just with the open mind that I got. um you know, I'm always allowing people to influence me, especially older men, people who see me and want to stop me and be like, "Little bro, you have something," and I want to instill into that. I want to help groom that. You see what I'm saying? And so, man, I'm just somebody that's trying to figure out my way like everyone else, but I have a distinct purpose. I feel it when I wake up. You know, I know that God, He got me on a path of just, you know, everything I touch, make sure it's with love and with great intention. You know, Um, so yeah, that's just a quick introduction into who I am, besides of everything else that I dibble and dabble in. Who I am at the core of a man. I'm your brother. I'm your mentor. I'm a father to some. I don't have any kids yet, but again, things that are instilled in you, you give that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it. To some people don't have fathers to really install in them. So like I believe that when God say he be the mothers to the mothers and he be the fathers to the fathers, not meaning your biological father or biological parents or give you the wisdom you need, but to nourish you, to,
Preach.
to to give you what you need in life. He give somebody else to give you what you need, when everything else seems like it's not going your way. That's why I tell people it's no excuse for people behaviors when God got everything aligned for you to succeed in life, you know. So next question, what is your personal mission?
I feel like my personal mission right now, God really wants me. I love music. Music is an outlet.
Mm.
And I was just producing right now. I got my keyboard up, I got my software up, and it's just something that I can pour into endlessly. Like, you got things that you can control in life and things you can't control. I
Mm-hmm.
have full and total control of my destiny and what I pour into it and my effort and my energy. I'm really focused on music right now, creating hits, recording podcasts, doing film and TV, music sync libraries. So I'm really poured into that. And music has always been an escape for me during my life, Um, but my purpose is generally to uplift this city in the way how I move and the things that I acquire, my acquisitions. Like I really truly believe that, you know, you are a leader by your actions. It's a lot of men that talk a good game. You already know me and you, we rap all the time. We talk big all the time, but what we do, we go out and we go figure it out, how to pull it back home, how to get everybody on board, one accord. So I feel like it's not always about a goal, because the goal, it's all about the step. I'm taking the step because the goal is still there. Even when I attain that goal, God say make a bigger one. Because God say ain't no dream bigger than me. Ain't no goal bigger than me. How big is your dream? It should scare you. It
Mm-hmm.
should scare you that your dreams can be so big.
And,
So go ahead.
and that's when you dream big like that, that's when your faith kicks in, because now this is not average. This is exceptional and this is abnormal. So now you need an abnormal miracle. Now you need an abnormal blessing. And uh me and entrepreneurs are not ordinary people. It takes a unique type of faith to get you where you need to be. And everything what I feel we have to appreciate along this journey is that, what I'm saying, we may feel like we last, but really we going ahead. And entrepreneurs will always have the last laugh in the end, because God, he did it with Sarah. When Sarah laughed, when she said I'm gonna get pregnant, and he named Isaac Laughter because she laughed. So in actuality, God had the last laugh because you thought I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You thought and that's, I believe in God. We know God can do it, but others can probably say that we don't see it happening. So God would always give us the last laugh. We just hold on and don't cease. You know what I'm saying? He said that he would help us rise up like eagle wings. That means we're gonna soar. No, over every situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about it. My next question is, what's your favorite food?
And not to, I want to interject. I'm
Oh,
gonna
go,
get
go
to
ahead.
that.
Go
Just
ahead. Go
like
ahead.
how you just say, people don't see that it can happen for them. I wanted to
Yeah.
just get into that because as much as you and I can talk about how good we feel and how it took to get to this point in life,
Yeah.
I still want to reach back and talk to that young black girl, that young black boy, like, hey, forget what your mama, man, look, forget what your mama and your granny talking about, your
Yeah.
daddy talking about, what they doing at their job. What do you
Yeah.
want to do? How do you feel about it? Because it's limiting our belief. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you got people in your life that's, hey man, you could do whatever you want to do. Like my parents, they told me always to go to school, get a good education, get a good job, but it would never force down my throat as far as like my career or what I'm supposed to do in my life. Their job is to help bring me up in a way that a child is supposed to be. Just like in the Bible, I was just reading Ephesians, like if you bring up a child in the way he's supposed to go, he'll never turn away from it. You see what I'm saying? So I feel a certain type of way about my aspirations, my commitments. I can't turn away from them. I'm not gonna let no distraction, no enemy, I can't let nothing halt me. Because if it's a halting, it's like having an investment property and it's not occupied.
Yeah.
We got to get somebody in here, or it's not we losing money. Same
Exactly.
thing with your dream. Like I can't go a day without me feeling that I'm not working towards a little by little. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, hey, viewers that's listening right now, I'm not with limiting beliefs. I'm all about knowing how can I become better and how can I operate at the highest level, get in these rooms, build these relationships, and not be an opportunist. An opportunist is just somebody looking for something just for a quick come up. You see what I'm saying? That can be in anything, but if you solely got a good heart and you working on your character, you building that. It's like a track list. You building that up. Can't nobody, another man can't pull that under the rug from you like he can do your job. You see what I'm saying? You can't take what you building on the inside, because even if you got money and all the riches that go along with it, that still doesn't equate to nothing. Even in the Bible, he say, look, the poor man got a better chance of getting to heaven than you do. He talking to a rich man. You know what I'm saying?
You know why, speaking of that rich man, and people don't understand the Bible is metaphorical. I was just talking to someone about that and how the rich man can withhold things that make somebody else rich in spirituality. So not just with wealth. The poor man is understanding that he's poor, and a poor man seeks certain things, as Lazarus did. He was a poor man and he was seeking help from a rich man. And people understand that me and you, we are rich with so much. But what makes us rich is that we're willing to give it. Solomon said it in Ecclesiastics, how like it's not fair that I gain all this from all my pain and everything else, and another person ain't got to go through that. How is that? But then he understands that's the way life is supposed to be. See, we get outside of God's will for ourselves because our blessing is not really meant for us. Yeah, it's nice to be to have the blessing, but it's not really our blessing. It's for a moment in our life to help someone else. You know what I'm saying? And people really don't grasp that, and which is all right. I have no room to really even elaborate or converse conversations with people that don't get it. You don't have to force nobody to understand. You have to force nobody to love. You have to force anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like with me and you, that's how we became very strong and our bond became strong, is because I didn't have to force you to understand me. You didn't have to force me to understand you. We listened to one another, and then we grew from that. You know what I'm saying? Life is all about growing. And to grow is the experience of greater God than what we have seen before. It's all about the experience, the accountment. I was praying one day, and I was like, something's missing in my life. It's the encounter with God. It's the presence of God. You know what I'm saying? Not just praying. People could pray every day, but you having that experience that you need with God. The disciples had the presence of God right in the boat, and they understand that it's the presence of God that was going to keep you out of dark places. So and we don't get it. So when we get to dark places in life, we get upset, we get depressed, we get this. Not saying everybody don't feel emotion. We are human. We are not exempt to feeling anything, but that makes us have compassion to somebody else who's going through similar situations. So it's the presence. And once we stop ignoring the presence, as the disciples ignored the presence of God, because their storm started coming in their life too. That storm was coming, and as the storm was coming, they didn't say that the boat was drowning or Jesus was drowning. He didn't wake up because the water was hitting him. He woke up because they had little faith. Because they forgot he's in the boat. He's not in the boat with everybody. Because people haven't accepted him in their life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, that's big. We gotta accept Christ in our life, and once we admit that we are sinners, and confess our sins unto the Lord, and just
Mm-hmm.
believe that who he is who he is,
Mm-hmm.
eternal life with him is free. It don't cost nothing, but you gotta know some basic things. You just gotta know that who he is, what he died for, what he sacrificed for on the cross for us. You know what I'm saying? And be in this Bible. That's all
Exactly.
my auntie be telling me. You need to read your Bible. Do you read it? My mother used to tell me to read the Bible when she was living. When I was a little boy, she always used to like open up like the Bible and try to read it to me. She tried to bet me one time to read, if I could read the Bible from cover to cover, she'd give me $100. I
Mm,
was like 9 or 10 years old,
mm,
but I remember her trying to talk to me about the Bible. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to hear that, Mama. I don't want to hear that, Mama. Not rejecting the word of God, but how she would try to teach it to me, it's
mm,
like it almost felt like she was gonna die soon. Like
mm.
it was
But
weird. You know what I'm
but
saying?
she was bracing you for something, you know, and like you said before, we go back to Ephesians now. You know, you teach a child something, they won't depart from it. They might stir away a little bit, but they have to return to that. And God, only thing God ever asked from us, from all the prophets in the Bible, was to return back to me. Return back to me. And you did something which your mama installed in you, was to return back to God. Because she knew the urgency. You know what I'm saying? People, I believe your spirit would tell you what's about to happen before it happened. And sometimes you can't tell the people the truth was about to happen because people weary. People start feeling things right now and things like that. How did that make you feel? We diving deep in your both of your you lost your both of your parents transition. What did that do to you as a man, as a God fearing man? What did that do to you? Did it go ahead? My fault. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It just you see this rock I'm holding? I'm holding a
Yeah.
rock. I got some friends that go hiking, and we went like somewhere in Missouri, and I found
Mm-hmm.
this rock. It's a solid rock.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus represents this rock to me. Jesus, he hardened me. You see what I'm saying? Life was taking me through the fire. He just dumped me in that cold water, pulling me up, making me harder. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what it feel like, bro. It's devastating. It's something that's untimely. You know, you got all these aspirations, and it's like, I'm doing this for this person. I'm doing it for this person's validation. I'm doing it for this person's goodwill. I'm doing it for this person to my success is a reminder to them that you taught me right. You see what I'm saying? And forgetting that life happens. Now, just because, and I've been raised up to know that God is real, ain't no more suffering. My mom used to tell me, D, it's gonna be a place where ain't no more crying, ain't no more death. My mom used to tell me this. She used to say verbatim out of her mouth, tell me coming from the Bible, not me having to go to Revelations, but this is me as a young child. Ain't gonna be no more crying, ain't gonna be no more suffering. And I was born into a family where I had sickly parents. Man, I was 3 years old making sugar water for my daddy to revive him for a diabetic. He was having a diabetic reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Having put syrup on the spoon and having to sit the spoon in his mouth or pour syrup down his throat.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? This is
Mm-hmm.
my baby. This is who I was doing it for. I remember one time I took my daddy to his doctor's appointment. He broke both of his hips. He broke his hips like on Christmas Eve, like 2018, 2019. Then a year and a half after that, broke his other hip. And then what's crazy, he broke both hips falling in the same spot in our house in the living room. In the same exact spot where he broke his first hip, that's where he fell and broke his second. You see, I took him to that doctor's appointment. I was helping him out of the car. We walking past across the grass to the front door. And I was like, Daddy, I straight will give you the world. I want to give you the world. He looked at me, he like, baby, I know you would. I know you would. Just to have those moments with my day, like I knew whatever God got inside me and this lit, It's like testosterone. You know how we have testosterone is spiking. That's the fruit of God. That's the spirit in me. Like it's spiking. I want to do something, and I'm doing it. I'm making progress, but it ain't the progress. It ain't happening fast enough. It ain't happening fast enough for me. And then once you see somebody that you've been doing all this for, take their last breath as you hold their hand, bro. It hit different. Part of you die a little bit. Part of me is dead, bro. But I know for a fact that if God did all these miracles, I know he got a miracle he working in on side of me. And it's not for me. Man, when we were just talking about how your success, it ain't for me. It's for that next individual that's going through things that I've went through. You know, when you're going through your own turmoil, your own situation and circumstance, you don't really think nobody has your same shoes or is wearing your same shoes because you so trapped in the world that you maintaining right now. But then as I started to look back at my life and what my parents been through, what I've been through, because I'm the youngest out of like six siblings. So it's an age gap. I just came into this world, man, just really, I was already serving. I was already doing that. I was already being prepared to be who I am today for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm truly a vessel, bro. I'm truly a vessel because when I examine other people's situations, like it's a woman who works on a food truck on my food truck with me, right? Her father has diabetes, and right before my father passed, he had like a sore on his foot. Now, if you're a diabetic, you know sores you don't want any open sores on you because he had it on his foot. And for some reason, our black men, I don't know what it is. Their hygiene of keeping themselves up, keeping their body lathered with moisture and stuff like that, so their skin don't crack. And you know, once you step on something, it's hard to recognize that you even have a sore. So my father was brewing up a sore that we didn't know about until it almost we caught it right at the right moment, at the right moment. That's going to amputate his foot. But God saved that. That was a good feeling. Like, oh man, daddy foot was going to get cut off. Didn't even make it out of the hospital, bro. It was just like another thing after thing after thing, battle after battle. So one of my employees going through the similar situation, her dad, he got a sore on his foot. He up in age too, had to get his foot amputated. Now, remember what I said, my life ain't just all about what I go through. It ain't just for me. God took me through all of that. So I'm able to talk to this girl with a different level of perspective. Like I still feel my pain, but I'm able to like, while she expressing herself, her situation to me, and not only I got empathy, but I got lessons and experiences. So I'm able to help like, oh yeah, he probably need that. Oh yeah, it's that. And she already, it's like my experiences and what I've been through is just like it's coping with her. You see what I'm saying? She able to see somebody who's standing strong right in her face that's going through what she going through. You see
You're
what I'm
not just
saying? So
not just that. You make yourself vulnerable. So when you become vulnerable like that and open, some people get closed in, and that's going to a dark place. But since you are open, you're relatable, and it feels good. It feels refreshing to find somebody that's dang, I'm not by myself on this. You don't know how she was feeling before she came across you. You know what I'm saying? But pain is part of the process. Nobody's exempt from it. You know what I'm saying? And process the pain gets you to your destination where God intended for you to be. And when you said that you feel like you died on the outside, died on the inside, you really resurrected. You know how you resurrecting because look how strong you is. The miracle you already see the miracle. Look who you are. You're not out here doing nothing, illegal. You're doing things the righteous way. You know what I'm saying? That's the miracle itself because we look in St. Louis right now and see all the negativity that's going on. And you can say, man, I am a walking miracle. You are resurrected. You know what I'm saying? When you can hold your head high, when you can
Yeah.
keep pushing through what you going through. So you saying that you already resurrected already. That's why Jesus, when he resurrected, he was letting us know he's gonna resurrect through our problems as well. You know.
Amen.
So let's get to the next topic. The next topic is we want to know about your past success, like what made you guys start a food truck? What clicked in your mind, and tell the viewers.
By the way, our food truck is the #1 rated food truck in St. Louis. We've been featured at a lot of A-list companies such as Walmart, Lowe's, Whole Foods, Anheuser-Busch, Charter, Wells Fargo, you name it, right? And so right here is our business card. Our number is 314-376-7359. If you want to book us for anything, any occasion, any corporate events, parties, we are here for you. This is what we do. Initially that was my brother's idea. I have an older brother who's in corporate America. He's about 9 years older than me. We share the same mother and the same father, right? And yeah, man, he was telling me, he was giving me the signs he was about to make this move. And at the time, I was growing different businesses. I had an Amway business at the time, and I was still pursuing music engineering. So I was always, I still, even if I love when somebody introduced something to me, because I'm a team player. Like if it makes sense, I'm going all in with it. I'm not just calling. I'm just not there when you calling me to come help you. I'm already proactively as we business partners putting things together as it go. But initially, my brother, he put up most of the investment and everything. But while he was working and holding down his 9 to 5, baby bro, I drove the truck, I sold the window, I made the food, and this over a period of time now. Now I'm the chef. Now I didn't work my way up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a blessing, man, to actually be doing this. I'm not gonna lie. It's just that ownership, owning the business. That's generational wealth. We know stocks, real estate, and businesses give us, those are the doorways to generational wealth period, riches period. And it's just so great to actually operate a company with the intention of like, hey, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna run this company as if we was working, at our employer. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna blow this up. We're gonna we're gonna build our business moat to compete out there with any other competitors. We got an edge about us. We bringing value. It's just different over here. You know what I'm saying? And so we really wanted to market ourselves and put ourselves out there, so people, when they see the food, when they see the brand, they know like, okay, I know what I'm getting. I know the value. Check us out at the SpeedWay Eatery. That's the business name on Facebook and Instagram. We get a lot of our bookings through Facebook. Believe it or not, Facebook is one of those hubs where a lot of businesses, they bloom off of. So yeah.
Yes, that's a great thing. Are you doing also? Next question is, what are you up to now? What do you do? Are you into real estate, or are you doing public speaking? What are you up to now?
I'm actually dibbling dabbling all of that. Like I recently just got asked. It's crazy. I'm an alumni, and I have a duty. I have a civic duty in this world to give back to this youth. You see what I'm saying? Growing up through high school, I always was like an ambassador in my high school. Like I got involved, bro. Like I was always holding pep rallies. They'd choose me to like. I remember being in kindergarten. They used to choose me to say the Pledge of Allegiance of the announcement. You know what I'm saying? Like I always got picked to have these leadership positions. Like I spoke for Dr. Martin Luther King daughter in Atlanta back in like 2017, right when Mike Brown got killed. So like a lot of things, leading up. But podcasting, I record podcasts now. I'm working with some dope voice actors and voice narrators right now. We're reading Amazon books, our books. So if you're a person that write books, um, you can actually make more money turning your book into an audio book. So I got people for that. Um, Spray Kings, I own a pressure washer business.
Mm.
Keep the business cars on deck. We wash fleets, food trucks, cars, SUVs, house driveways, patios, complexes, units, gas stations, lot, you name it. And we pulling up to you. So you can be at work. You can be out to eat with your bae. You can be sleep on the couch. We having new ways to where you can we got an app coming. So whenever you need a detail on the spot, you can hit us up through the app, Spray Kings app, and you can be able to set your through there. So yeah, I detail, I public speak. Um, I just bought a course, man. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper, man. Wall Street Trapper, he did 10 years in prison, and while he was in prison, this white man was he just got thrown into a hole. He just got into a big gang fight in his cell or whatever. So he got thrown into the hole. And this white man that was in the hole with him, he was telling him, like, look, man, you playing the wrong game. And he didn't really understand what he was talking about at first. You know, he just got thrown into the hole. What is you talking about? I'm playing the wrong game or whatever. He just like, man, I just see so many black people coming in and out. And it was just like, if only y'all knew with the power of that can change your life, basically. So that man in that cell got him hip on stocks. And at the time, Wall Street Trapper, he was 16. You know what I'm saying? Um, this man started teaching him about stocks. But what I love about Wall Street Trapper is I love how the fact that he's taking a subject that a lot of us are ignorant on, but most of the percentage of the wealthy, the top 10%, this is what they indulge in. You see what I'm saying? We so worried about getting money, getting a good pay rate, a good salary that we not really realizing that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is to build wealth. And to do that, you're gonna spend money shopping at these stores, um fueling your lifestyle and everything else. Why not own these businesses that you shop at? Why not own shares and stocks into these companies that you pay bills to? You know what I'm saying? And so it just turned on a light bulb for me. So I know you was talking about real estate. I do want to own actual properties, but what's good about investing in stocks is that you can own real estate through stocks. Um, the REITs, real estate investment portfolios. I was just getting hip, like, you can own businesses that rent out to other businesses, such as Walmart, such as airports, or your Amazon business and facilities. These big businesses that these people pay month to month rent to, have a share of that profit. You could be getting dividends each month from owning these different companies, different real estate properties. So I'm getting enlightened on that. Like, I'm ready to get my next paycheck so I can put 75% aside cash flow to invest in my portfolio, because I'm starting to understand the big opportunity in it, compound interest and everything. I gotta shift spots. But yeah, you got me? You still there?
I'm sir.
Yeah, I had to switch spots in my man. But yeah, just learning the different things, man, knowing that I cannot be missing out on building wealth, because the longer you stay ignorant and the longer you don't take action on trying to build your wealth, because you got to think compound interest. The longer you have some sitting in something, the more money over time it gradually builds and works for you in your advantage. That's making money work for you versus saving all of your money, putting it in the Bank of America or US Bank or whoever you bank with, and they're gonna pay you 1% or a little under that of interest on your money.
Yeah, I know what
So
you
it's
are.
like they taking your money and doing stocks and mutual funds with it while sitting in the bank, when you could take your same money that you put in the bank that you say that you saving, but put it in the index fund and use that as a bank to like, okay, now instead of having this money just sitting in my US bank account, I transfer all my money and put it in into a index fund that's gonna pay me 8% interest, 10% interest for the rest of my life. And now I'm making, as I continue to pour into it, I'm making money, work for me. You see what I'm saying? So learning all this knowledge, learning what I've been missing out on, I don't want to go a day without investing because I know the importance behind it. I know the importance of owning shares of Walmart. I know what it's important to own these different sectors, own insurance and tech, industrial firms, finance, healthcare, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what your boy been on, man. I just really been, you know, building my strategy together, soaking up the game, asking questions, but putting my money where my mouth is and investing in myself. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to take some sacrifices in doing this. Different pleasures you indulge in, and you spend your money in habits that grew on you over time. You gotta break free of those so you can be liberated by what the tool money can do. Money is just a tool, you know. We just love it so much because what it can buy.
It's exactly, and you know, my thing is that you make money work for you instead of working for money. You know, I'd rather make money work hard so I can have that freedom. You know, and one thing you didn't elaborate on is that the banks just don't do mutual funds. They buy real estate with your money too. They also give mortgages with your money, and they also trade currencies and stuff like that, and crypto and all this type of stuff with your money. And you only get a penny if that. You know, they making billions of dollars, and you just sitting back and say, "Yeah, I got my money in this bank," and blase, blase,
I'm
blase.
sitting
And
on 10K. I
yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
you know.
they just gave people mortgages with your money, you know, and then you wonder why your money fluctuates in your bank account because they doing things, and you be like, hold on. So it's once people understand America is a business, get it out your mind that America cares about you. It's a business. It's a business. They, you know, in business, you separate your feelings. You know, you really do. You know, and this is why I love having conversations with you like this. This is normal for us, you know, and for me to really share with the rest of the world of it's about who you be around. You know what I'm saying? People wonder why they're not attracting the right people. This when you attract the right people, this what happens. You get these type of conversation, iron sharpen iron, you know. So he just don't sharpen me, I sharpen him as well. And that's why I love having him as a brother of mine that I can just call on, you know, and he can call me, you know, to elaborate or just converse conversations, no matter what it may be. And you have to have a team in place for you to be able to do so, you know. So while we wrapping up and stuff like that, where can they find you?
Um, you can find me on Instagram. I'm mainly on Instagram. So if you want to tap in with me, I'm an approachable dude, man. You can DM me and we can kick it off from there and just have conversations. Um, have common ground. If you need services of mine, you can find me on Facebook. You can search me up through my businesses. That's what I prefer. You can find me at SpeedWay Eatery on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me at Spray Kings, Facebook, Instagram. But I go by D Block, DEE_BLOCKK. That's my artist producer name. And that's where I build a lot of my brands at. Anytime you see me posting on any of my social media, it's usually to promote something. So you'll go on my page and you will see everything I've been involved in, what I'm currently doing. This hat I'm rocking right now. Speaking of companies, this is a company I own. I bought into. It's a real close friend of mine. The company is called Mind Over Clout. He got a couple of different designs, but as you can see right now, got the camera lens in there. Right here, the M, it's a brain. And essentially what you're looking at a company that stands for, you know, you got people that have 1 million followers following them, but you don't have $1 million in your bank account. Like those followers is not dollars. You got people, and that's just mind over clout. There's good clout and there's bad clout. We represent the good clout. We represent the good stuff that we want to talk about, the things that we should be celebrating, not none of the negative stuff. See, it's people thinking. I feel like thinking, if we was to equate people thinking to their bank account, it's to a bank account. It's negative on a scale of, that's what people mindset always at. It ain't about growing. It ain't about trying to elevate. So this is what this brand is about. It's about elevating. And if it's a lifestyle brand, so if you know you somebody that believes something, just like an iPhone, it's one of them brands that they made it to where it's going to be hard to try to switch over to a competitor. It's a lifestyle brand, and that's what brands that I love to invest in. I love to invest in brands. I love to invest in companies where I see the founder and the CEO going hard for it. I love to see, companies that's turning profit, that's paying out good dividends. And so that's what I'm all about, man. And that's what you about. That's why we do business together. And yeah, let's go. Let's build.
Indeed. I want, like I said, I love you. I do. I appreciate you as a brother. I don't look at you as a friend. We always be like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And you're a good man. Definitely, you being young as you are and going hard. And you always had that fire. Always. I was so amazed on your old soul. And I didn't think. I'm like, man, this young, your service. We talk about service, and I'm not even saying this because he's my friend and I love him. We talk about when SpeedWay Eatery. When you talk about good service, I mean excellent service, smiles, ain't no attitudes, ain't nothing. When you go there, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know. Like, dang, you want to keep coming back again, over and over again. They cook the food with love. So, and that's from my experience. Everything is about experience. But no, I appreciate you coming and blessing my platform with your expertise, with your knowledge, with your story. Because you have other people with similar stories like you, and I know it could touch maybe just one. That's the goal. It's to touch one. It ain't got to be 1,000 people. See, everybody have expectations of touching 1,000 people, but if you could just touch one, you did your job. You did your job.
That's all I care about, bro. That's truly all I care about.
And as we conclude in this episode, we got more to come, more special individuals, and for the viewers to see what type of team I have in place around me. That makes me so successful internally and externally. It's more to come. It's just more to come. And like I said, I appreciate you blessing my platform, Coming to Bird Real Estate Podcast Show. And until next time, I know you're gonna do some great things. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. And until next time, but please like, subscribe. I am Bossman TV, YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I am Bossman Bruce 3.0. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Bruce Bird. Also on Snapchat also. So until next time, thank you.